William the Conqueror had recaptured York from the rebels. Now he wanted to teach them a lesson for defying him. He began a brutal campaign of destruction to crush any further resistance, known as the Harrying of the North. Villages and crops were destroyed. It is said 100,000 people were killed. With ruthless efficiency, William the Conqueror had secured obedience in his new kingdom. But it wasn't to last. It would be thrown into chaos by his own children. When William the Conqueror died in 1087, his favorite son succeeded him, King William II, known as William Rufus. But 13 years into his reign, disaster struck. While out hunting, he was killed. William's youngest brother took his place as King Henry I. But there was a problem. At the time, Henry's elder brother, Robert, Duke of Normandy, had been on crusade. When he returned, he was furious that Henry had grabbed the throne. From Normandy, Robert attempted to invade England to claim the crown from his brother. But he failed and returned home. In retaliation, Henry struck back. In a reversal of 1066, he crossed the Channel and invaded Normandy, intent on undermining his brother Robert's rule. His first target was Bayeux. This rich and splendid city was one of the jewels of Normandy. Henry was to begin his campaign by unleashing his forces on the city. Bayeux was about to feel the wrath of the English army. In the brotherly feud over Normandy, King Henry I set out to make an example of Bayeux, a town still loyal to his brother Duke Robert. Henry's archers took up position on high ground outside the city and faced an immediate attack by Robert's cavalry patrol. Having deployed their palings, Henry's archers were well protected against the cavalry charge. They defeated the first patrol. As Henry set his sights on burning Bayeux, more reinforcements arrived to join his army.
Ready, fourth war defectors, mit Balvenes. It's living here. Ora, siete frido crudo. Chigeo, sotto! Haven't gone back on way! E qui.
English approached Bayeux and saw that its towering stone walls would not be breached by manpower alone. Henry would need siege equipment and a defensible location to construct it. Henry now called for the services of a blacksmith to bolster the siege effort.
That's sole Bayeux tempra. Look at you be ready, Frecus. Certes.
Abuga, Jack, Stradabor.
Icheum Yeseli. Yes, sir? Questo hala? Each timber Thaios. What third fete? Each a worker.
What third fete? That's Shule Leo Timbran.
Setteth thee ready for Hestus. Andente to serve.
Strabord, Yelwa. Hanagonga, Odwe.
Fair and on. And your worker. Eat your worker.
And your worker.
Ige of your sele.
Eat your worker.
And your worker.
By Hestus. Ich gar sua het.
Eat your bruke that. What's our faith, eh? That's Shule Bayote.
What's our faith, eh? Eat your willa, you will do.
Ige is, eh? Where's the Hana?
With a blacksmith on hand, Henry's infantry would soon be ready to construct siege equipment.
Each timber theos.
What's our faith, eh? Yaru to work.
Where are your words at?
It's timber theos. Yes, eh? Where's the Hana? Eat your worker. Yes, sir. Where's the Hana? That's Shula Beo Timber. Ige of your sele. What's the faith, eh? That's Shula Beo Timber. Idzie bruke that.
Yaru to work.
And your worker. Each timber Theos.
Garwigan. Nu, Tulkes. Setteth shall lay the yard.
Ayored Yan.
Abuga, Strelborn.
Henry's infantry could now construct battering rams, siege weapons designed to break open fortress walls. Henry's presence on the doorstep of Bayeux would not go unanswered, and now his forces braced for an attack by Robert's army.
Fully in the Hes.
Yaro Hesam. Full dead shell fogga.
Henry repelled the attack, but he knew that so long as Bayeux still stood, the city would not give up the fight.
Yeah.
Bail death made.
JustPlay Hesse.
And your worker. Fachende would do.
Strelborn, yard.
Yaro Hesam.
Get to the ready for Hestes.
Yes, Yaru.
Strele Fuse.
Did you read the Hesse?
It shall be
Hold
tempered
the
this.
hits. Did you read the Hesse?
Hold the hits.
Buskara,
Strelborn,
Yaru.
Bayeux May.
Yaru Hesse.
Flamboga Aros.
Yes, sir.
Bayeux May.
Hot May.
Here we are.
Did you read the Hesse? Hot May. Hold the hits.
That timber shall be up.
Helistafa, find Bayeux Sierras.
Yaru Hesse.
That timber.
Yaru Hesse. Hot May.
It shall be tempered this.
Did you read the Hesse? Hold the hits.
Buskala Standa Fiaro. Strele Fuse.
Ich Bayeux Sierras Yahesta, Aknawa.
Hildefus Buskala.
Yeah, Yaru.
Nu, Tulkes. Second yard.
Strelborn. Side.
Get to the ready for Hestes.
Yes, sir. Where's the water? He's a worker. There you worker. What's their fitty? Fetch in the woodoo. Yes, sir. Where's the water? Gather in the woodoo. Each timber things.
Yaru Hesse.
Admino Volker! Von Warden Trekkes! Mit Wardenes! Utrida nu, Tulkes! Duce is numbered.
Leoda Hesa. It shall be timbre this.
Hold the hits.
Flamboga Aros.
Yaru to work. He's a worker.
With the power of battering rams, the English army could crack open Bayeux's mighty walls.
Strele Fuse.
Wait, the Gerwin.
Yaru Hesse.
Bayeux Sierras Ferende.
In Hester.
Look at you be ready, Trekkes. For Warden Trekkes. Mit Balbes.
GIGABYTE.
Jaro hässan. Huskala Hildefus.
It is SATA for actors.
Way, said Jerwin.
Nu Jalast. Vertimbren shall men.
On your worker.
That Shula Beoga Arod.
Festes, kom
Full
aan.
day hits.
Fine, Bayeux, Siaru, working day.
Bayeux,
Bayeux, Siaru. When that day.
Yet to be ready for Hestes.
Strelboren Yerwa.
Huskala Hildefus.
It is SATA for actors.
Javida hässa. Hartman.
Bayeux, Seras, Yaru. Ayala, Bayeux, Seras, Parende. What's our fate? That's Shula Bayeux Tempran. Baradon.
Full day hits.
Beodeth Nay. Flamboga Arod.
Jaro hässan. Javida hässa.
Look how be ready, Freckis.
Strelboren Yar. Yewe Wigenda. Abuga Strelboren.
Huskala standard Jaro.
Nu, Tulkes, set it ya. It's live to hear it. At me no war.
Beodeth Nay.
Javida hässa.
Fine, Bayeux, Siaras, Wendende. Ayala, Bayeux, Seras, Parende.
Set it ya.
At me no Bayeux, hashtag now. Ritas, Judaeus, Nambanda.
Bayeux's walls had failed, and Henry's men could now storm the city. Robert's garrison made a last stand to defend Bayeux, but Henry would show no mercy in cutting them down and burning their city.
Freckes.
Flamboga Arod.
Bitte wieder Hesse.
Bayeux May. List down. I stick on way.
Can he get standing there? It's never to hear them! I get that to serve! Yet they ready for Hestes.
Strelboran, Sinte.
Which is Sita for us. Utrida nu, Tulkas! Utrida nu, Tulkas.
As Bayeux burned and the people fled in terror, King Henry basked in the victory over his brother Duke Robert. But Henry would not stop until all of Normandy was back under the English crown. By 1100, the medieval knight was dressed from head to toe in mail.
Mail is really like a metal fabric. It moves and behaves like a cloth, but is actually made of hundreds and thousands of interlocking iron rings.
It could turn and deflect a sword blade.
As an armor, mail didn't work all by itself. It needed the addition of a padded coat. The coat absorbed the shock of the blow, whilst the mail turned away the cut. Together, they formed an incredibly effective protection.
first stage in making mail was to create wire to the right thickness. To do this, it was pulled through a drawing plate, which had a series of ever smaller holes, until you got wire of the desired gauge.
To make the rings, we wind the wire onto a mandrel.
And then we take it off the mandrel and cut the rings.
So I've flattened the overlapping ends of the ring and I've pierced a hole through it. And now Nick has to put a rivet in it. The basic construction of mail would be a ratio of 4:1. So each ring goes through 4 of its fellows. Here you can see I've made a set of 5, which will then be joined to other sets of 5 to create a sheet of mail.
Mail had to be tailored to a perfect fit. It had to be shaped for feet and legs, arms and hands, and of course the head. A skilled mail maker could make very precise shapes.
Of course, for more complicated parts of the body, like elbows, we can actually tailor it in 2 different directions at the same time.
Yeah, so if we fold this in half, we have an elbow.
One of the main benefits of tailoring in mail was that it meant a knight didn't have to carry a single ring of extra weight that he didn't need to.
The mail to cover a knight from head to toe required about 200,000 rings.
High-status knights would have had their mail edged with gold, but most importantly, it had to be functional.
Clad in mail with his shield and helmet, the knight was well equipped to face the weapons of the day.